Hey guys, it's Renee. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're doing some face masks and drinking some green tea while having a little girly chit chat. So I'm going to give you 10 minutes to go make your green tea, grab your face mask, put on your robe, and come back so that we can have a nice little chat. Oh, you're back? Okay, sit down, get comfortable. Let's get into today's topic of conversation. So today I want to have a conversation about contraception. The reason why I want to have a conversation about contraception today is because I recently just started a new contraception and my skin is going through it. My skin is breaking out so badly, hence why we're doing face masks today and talking about contraception. So let's put on our face masks. I like to use a little brush to apply my face mask, so if you see me looking off over here, it's just because I'm looking into a mirror. I just want to share my experiences that I have had with contraception. I've been on 3 different contraceptions now, and I just feel like they're all so the same but so different. But also, I'm not a medical professional, so please, if you are really concerned about contraception or want to know more, definitely talk to a doctor. But I'm just here to share my experience with you. When I was 16, I started my contraception journey. And the reason why I started it was because my period was irregular. So I went to the doctor and they recommended that I get on the pill. The pill that I went on was the allboutrenae pill, and honestly, I can say it was probably one of the best contraceptions that I've been on so far. It was definitely a good introduction to the contraception journey for me because number one, it didn't really give me too much problems. Now, you know, contraception can come with a lot of side effects, but the pill for me didn't really give me anything that I needed to overly worry about. I didn't really get any bad breakouts. I didn't gain any weight. I didn't really have any like bad mood swings. I would say maybe I had some small mood swings, but I didn't have anything serious. If you don't know what the pill is, it's basically an oral contraception that you take for 21 days and then you leave a 7-day break to have your period. Some of the pros of the pill in my experience is that you'll always know when your period is coming. You don't have to play the guessing game. You're always gonna know when you're about to get your period, because once you finish taking the pill for 21 days, you're just gonna have that little 7-day break to then bleed, and then once you finish bleeding, you start the pill again. Another pro I would say is that the pill is actually kind of easy to get. Since it's just taken orally, you kind of just go to your doctor and tell them that you want to start the pill, and then they'll prescribe you one, and then you go to your pharmacy and you just collect it, and you just do that every month. Another pro is that you can skip your period if you wanted to, so you can keep taking the pill. You don't have to take that 7-day break to get your period if you don't want to. You can just continually keep taking it. But I wouldn't recommend doing that. I feel like your period is natural and you should just allow your body to do what it naturally needs to do, in my opinion. But obviously, if that's not what suits you, go ahead and do whatever it is that you feel is best. Some of the cons I would say to the pill is if you're not a reliable person, then you probably shouldn't take it. Because with the pill, you need to be consistent. You need to take it at the exact same time every single day. So when I was on it, I used to set alarms to go off and remind me to take my pill, which was kind of annoying sometimes because I'm still young and oh my gosh, I really don't know what this is. I think it's a part of the face mask, but I was still young and I was still sleeping over in like my friend's house and stuff, so I would forget to bring the pill with me and then I would just forget to take it that day. And it needs to be consistent. You can't really miss days with it or else it kind of like lowers its effectiveness. So you do got to be reliable when it comes to the pill. That would be the only con for me. But other than that, the pill was a great experience. I actually stopped taking the pill when I met my boyfriend. I met my boyfriend when I was 17 years old, and I just decided that I needed something bigger and better than the pill. So that's when I decided to get my second contraception, which was the implant. I'm not really too sure what way this mask is supposed to be, but it's on now, so we'll just leave it. Wait, cheers. Let's drink some green tea. So my second contraception was the implant. Now, if you don't know what the implant is, it's basically like a really small toothpick type of look to it, and it gets injected into your arm, and it kind of just stays in there for up to 3 years. Obviously you can get it taken out at any time that you want, but the max expiry date for it is 3 years. Getting the implant put in honestly wasn't a bad experience. They do numb the area so you actually can't feel a thing, and then it just takes 2 seconds. They kind of just inject it in and that's it. There was a big bruise on my arm for about a week after, but once it went away you just couldn't feel it. It was just in there. It's almost like nothing really happened. It's a complete different switch up from the pill, because obviously you're used to taking something orally and now you don't have to take anything at all. So it's almost like, is this real? Is it working? But it does work. Some of the pros to the implant in my experience is that it's very low maintenance. Actually, there's no maintenance at all because it's inside your arm. It's not like the pill that you have to set alarms or remember to take it. It's already working, it's already inside your body, it's already doing its job. So if you're an unreliable person, or if you feel like taking the pill would be too much for you, then the implant is something that you could get, because you don't have to take anything for it. It's just in your body doing its job. Honestly, that was probably the only pro for me. I do have a few cons. Number one is the weight gain. I did really gain a lot of weight on the implant. Now, I'm not going to blame the full implant on my weight gain, because obviously that's down to me not eating healthy, plus I got it when we were in lockdown as well. But I have seen that a lot of girls have gained weight from the implant, so I'm thinking that maybe it did play a factor in my weight gain as well, since I never gained weight when I had the pill and I only started gaining it when I got the implant. So I don't know, it's a little sus. I guess it's just different for everyone. Just because I gained weight doesn't mean that you're gonna gain weight. I've had friends that have the implant as well and they didn't gain any weight, but I did. So it's kind of different for everyone. It's just one of those things that you don't know if it's gonna happen to you until you try it. Another con would be the mood swings. Like all contraceptions, they're all gonna give you mood swings. It's just some are worse than others. I think with the implant, my mood swings weren't too bad. Honestly, they're kind of just the same as the pill ones, but maybe a little bit more severe. Like if I was having a bad day, everybody was going to know that I was having a bad day. You were going to see it all over my face, and it did take a lot to kind of like switch my mood back to happy. Another con to the implant is that your period could be irregular. Now, luckily for me, my period was actually normal. I did get it every single month for about 6 days, but I do know some people that were bleeding for like months on end when they got the implant put in, or there were some people who didn't get any periods at all. So I guess it just really depends on you as a person. Like I said, not everybody's experience is going to be the same. We're all different people and our body is going to deal with the hormonal contraceptions differently. So I did keep the implant for 3 years, and as soon as it was expired, I took it out and I decided to give my body a break for 1.5 years. That 1 year break was honestly one of the best things that I could have ever done. So yeah, I decided to give my body a break for 1.5 years. The difference of being on contraception and not being on contraception is huge. I was waking up full of energy. The fact that I was even waking up with energy like was saying a lot. When I was on contraception, I was so unmotivated, but when I got off it and decided to give my body a break, oh my gosh, the type of motivation that I had was insane. I felt like my mind could properly think clearly. There was just no up and down. It was just very straightforward. Now obviously I am a girl, and when you do get your period you are a little bit all over the place, but that's so different to being on contraception. With contraception you're kind of all over the place all the time, but when you're not on contraception, the only time you're really all over the place is in your luteal phase or when you're actually on your period. I had a lot to learn about my body. All I knew was my body on contraception and having hormones released into it. That's all I knew. I didn't actually know myself properly until I came off it, and that was probably one of the best things that I could have ever done. Which now takes me to today. Today. 6 weeks ago, I got the Marina IUD inserted. It's very fresh, it's very new, it is only 6 weeks old, so I'm still going through the journey, still going through the process with it. I'm still trying to figure out if it's suitable for me, or I'm trying to see how my body is reacting to it. So far in those 6 weeks, I would say I haven't really liked it. I have not been enjoying myself at all with this coil. There was multiple times where I seriously sat down and thought to myself, like, I need to take this out. I don't think I can have this in me. I don't think this is the right decision. Up until like 5 days ago. 5 days ago, I was kind of like, you know what? It's actually not that bad. I feel like it's maybe starting to settle in, and the first couple of weeks were just rough because my body had no idea what was going on, and it was trying to adjust to the hormone that was being released. So now I'm a bit iffy. I feel like I'm okay with it right now. As of right now, in this moment, I'm okay with it, but the first like 5 weeks, I was like, absolutely not. I need to take this out. So let's get into why I chose to get back on contraception after taking a 1.5-year break. The main reason why I decided to get back on contraception is because I still am in a relationship. I'm still with my partner. We've been together for about 6 years now. Kids are just not what we're trying to have right now. I just turned 23. I'm still young. I'm still trying to travel. I'm still trying to get married. There's still a lot of things that I want to do before having my children. And I just feel like that pull and pray method is not worth the risk. Every single month, you're literally praying for your period to come. I can't keep doing that. That is too scary for me. That I did it for a 1.5 years. I don't think I can do that for the rest of my life. Not right now, because if I accidentally get pregnant, I will be so upset with myself for putting myself in that situation in the first place and not going and doing all the things that I wanted to do first. Although a baby is a blessing, I would still be happy, but if I can change that direction right now, then I will change it. So that is the reason why I got back on contraception. I'm just not ready to have kids yet. So with the coil, it is inserted into your uterus. So it kind of like just goes up in through your cervix and kind of like sits in your uterus area. I feel like the insertion is very scary. It's really uncomfortable, I'm not gonna lie, and for some girls it's extremely painful. I feel like because I have a high pain tolerance, it wasn't as painful, but it is extremely uncomfortable. It's not really nice having to spread your legs open and have somebody, you know, going up into your cervix and putting things up in there. It's not the best. It was quick. It is really quick. It's only uncomfortable for a couple of minutes and then it's over and done with. So let's get into the pros and cons of the IUD. I would say the pros is that it's long term. So my IUD lasts 5 years. I think I'm going to take it out within the next 2 to 3 years, but if you do want to keep it in for 5 years, you can keep it in for 5 years, and then you can get it taken out and put it straight back in again and have another one for 5 years. The second good pro I would say is that it's low maintenance. Just like the implant, it's inside of you. You don't have to take a pill. Another pro, maybe con, for me, I feel like it's a con, but for you, it might feel like a pro. Some women don't get a period when they get the coil put in because the coil kind of stops the uterus from shedding. It releases a hormone that keeps the lining of the uterus really thin, so it doesn't build up and it doesn't really shed. Now, I've only had it for 6 weeks, but I have had, I would call it like my first period. It's not really like blood. Okay, this is a little bit TMI, but it's more like brown discharge, enough to fill a small panty liner. It's not anything heavy and it's not anything crazy. So that could be a pro for some girls, whereas that could be a con for others. The reason why it's a little bit of a con for me is just because I just feel like girls are naturally supposed to have their period. And when I don't see that it's coming, like, that's a bit like scary for me. I don't know why it's scary, but I just feel a little bit iffy about it. It's not too bad, but I just feel a little bit like, is this healthy? Some of the cons to the IUD is the breakouts. This is one of the first contraceptions that has my skin fighting for its life. My skin is going through it and it's leaving so many dark marks around my face. These are the type of spots and pimples that hurt. Like if you touch them, they hurt. And I'm not really vibing with it. I am doing everything in my power to take care of my skin and make sure that it's good. I don't feel like it looks too bad today, but For the first couple of weeks, it was terrible. Another con I would say is the cramps. I've been getting cramps, quite a lot of cramps actually. It's like you're getting cramps but no blood. It would be different if you're getting blood, because then you'd be like, okay, there's a reason why I'm cramping up. But now that I'm cramping and there's no blood to show for it, it's kind of like, what is happening? Like, is my body rejecting it, or is it still adjusting? Is everything okay in there? Like, why am I cramping? There's absolutely no reason for me to be cramping right now. Another con I will say is, once again, the mood swings, but the mood swings on this one are worse. I have cried and cried and cried and cried for absolutely no reason. I couldn't even tell you why I'm crying, but I'm really upset. That's all I know, is that I'm really upset and my body needs to release these tears. The mood swings are a bit much. Another con that I almost forgot is that the IUD has strings, okay? And these strings kind of like dangle out of your cervix and you can feel them, okay? And you have to feel for them, because you have to make sure that you can feel those strings. If you don't feel those strings, then that means that the IUD is misplaced or lodged somewhere else and you have to go get that sorted out immediately. If you can feel your strings, then that means that it's sitting right in the perfect place. Your partner can also feel the strings when you get active. Yeah, they can feel it as well, which actually gives me the ick. Oh, like, that's actually just so icky. Like, why can you feel the strings? Just no, I'm automatically turned off. That is all the experiences that I've had with contraception. Don't let this video scare you from getting contraception. If contraception is something that you feel like you want to be on or that you need to be on, then by all means definitely go for it. But it's all about just finding what one works best for you. Everybody's different and we all tolerate things differently. So don't let my experience with the IUD be the reason why you don't get the IUD. I would definitely say try to test it out yourself and see if it agrees with you. If it doesn't agree with you, then you can always take it out and always try something else. I don't feel like I regret any of the contraceptions that I've had. I feel like with the one that I have now, it's a bit of a roller coaster for me. I'm not too sure if I'm enjoying it. I'm not too sure if I like it fully yet. I feel like I'm definitely still going through it with this contraception. I'm not too sure how I feel about it exactly, but I'm sure time will tell. And I'm definitely gonna keep it in and see how I get on with it. But if it's not for me, then it's not for me and I will take it out. But I'm curious to know if you guys have ever been on contraception and what was your experience with it. Have any of you been on the pill, the implant, or the IUD? Please let me know, especially girls that are on the IUD right now, because I am going through it with this and it would be so nice to hear other people's experiences. I'm just putting on my Anua serum. This is actually something that has been helping me with the dark circles, dark patches that the spots have been leaving on my skin, and I actually love it. But to the girlies that are looking to start contraception and have never been on contraception before, my advice to you would be just be ready for a change. You know, there is some symptoms that you will probably have, and if you don't get any symptoms, then that's great. But just remember that not everybody's experience is the same. You could go on any of those contraceptions that I mentioned and you could do so well on them, where somebody else might do so bad on them and it might not agree with their body at all. So just remember that you need to be kind to yourself, because your body is doing the best that it could possibly do for you right now, and it's working with that contraception that you put in there. So don't be scared. It's not a scary thing, it's just an experience. That's what I'll call it. It's literally an experience, and if it's not for you, you can always take it out. Always. It's not forever. You have the power to decide whether you want to keep this in or not. If you get it in and you don't like it within the first month, girl, you can go and remove that. Don't feel pressured to keep it in there. Don't do anything that you don't want to do. Okay guys, that's the end of this video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Also comment your experiences down below. I'm curious to know if anybody has felt the same as me or if you've had a totally different experience altogether. let me know because I'll be reading. Also, comment below other girly conversations that you would like us to have, because I love all things women. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.